We are very grateful to our sponsor this evening. More Able Than This is sponsored by the Music Department at Georgia College and State University. In addition to bachelor's degrees in music and in music therapy, including a BA plus MAT path to initial music teacher certification, GCSU offers an online master's degree in music education for certified teachers seeking to improve or expand their knowledge and skills, as well as a hybrid Master of Arts in Teaching degree for those seeking initial teacher certification in Georgia. We accept certified and licensed teachers from across the U.S., and Georgia certification is reciprocal with most other states. So don't let state boundaries deter you from applying. Apply now to start in spring or summer 2025. For more information about these degree programs, contact me at tina.holmes-davis@gcsu.edu. That's tina.holmes-davis@gcsu.edu.
Hi, my name is Wally Shaw. I was Director of Bands at Houston County High School in Warner Robins. I retired in 2015, and Dr. Davis asked for some experiences that we had working with special needs students, and we were talking. I heard this phrase. I didn't coin the phrase, but I heard it said sometimes there are kids that need band more than band needs them. And sometimes it's your special need kids that just need an outlet away from the rigor of being in, self-contained classes and things like that. And one of the most visible things that we would do is usually with the marching band. That was one of the places where they could feel a sense of belonging and membership. And it worked both ways with kids as well in the program that would, identify and want to look after these kids. Had a young man that was blind. He had suffered from a degenerative disease, and unfortunately he's no longer with us, but he spent 4 years with me in high school in a chair on the sideline with the front ensemble playing a conga drum, and he had a ball. His parents were very, very appreciative that we could do that. We found that, that this was an outlet for these kids to do something that everybody else was doing. And I had a mom one time say, look, I know he doesn't have a musical bone in his body, but if he doesn't do something, he's going to sit at home and play video games all day. And I can relate to that, So if anything that you could do like that, that you can include young people into what you're doing, it doesn't have to be huge. It's just the littlest things sometimes will make such a big impression on that student, your other students, as well as the parents as well. So I hope that's helps.
Thank you.
I'm Dion Muldrow. I'm at Appalachia High School. The young lady I want to speak about has Down syndrome. Her older brother was in band. Her mom decided she wanted her to do band. We couldn't figure anything out, and then we figured out she could do flagline, and she loved spinning, she loved dancing. We were able to have somebody push her wheelchair around the field so that she could actually march in the band. Her third year in the band program, she wanted to play an instrument, and we just looked at her. She had some deformities where she couldn't stand for long periods of time, and didn't have great use of her limbs, but we figured out that percussion was awesome. She could play triangles, she could do wind chimes, any of those little toys that were easier to navigate, and it made her a great addition to our program.
Outstanding. Thank you, Dion.
Hi, I'm Marcus Trainer. I'm Director of Bands at Dublin High School. And my success story for my student starts with one of our trumpet players who's also autistic, but and it has a couple things. But however, he came back with playing trumpet, and he couldn't hear, and so one of his accommodations was that he would wear headphones during class, and so it would help keep him calm, and through music it would drown out a lot of the things the extra stuff in class, and so he could match pitch to the person beside. And so fast forward a year later, he moved up from a course to second chair in trumpet, and now has his range well above the staff, the things that he could not do. So the success story is where you begin, and it's all about the journey. And so watching him be excited and bringing him to Jam Fest for the first time, and him being in those bigger ensembles, and just feeling a part of what's going on with music. And so he's really proud of him, and I'm proud of him myself.
Right, thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Sarah Grimes. I'm the Executive Orchestra Director at Walton High School in Marietta, Georgia. And we have a lot of special education students who struggle with executive functioning. So we make sure everything is posted online for them, and then we make sure that we print their music for them so that they've got it ready to go. We have a couple students who need their music enlarged, so using the 11 by 17 paper is really a great strategy in turning it long ways on the printer. Hope that helps.
Hi, I'm Rachel Muldrow at Westside Middle School, and the kiddo that I was going to talk about is one of my Yes I Can winners, and she doesn't have movement on her left arm, and so we were trying to get her fitted for an instrument for 6th grade band. We thought euphonium so that she could just hug it and then play with her right hand, but she didn't have enough strength to hold the instrument. And so we tried a couple other instruments, and we ended up settling in percussion, where she plays one-handed, and it's great to see the other students surround her and give her the support and help her with her parts, and she's just doing a great job.
Thank you, Rachel.
Hey everybody, my name is Tyler Allen. I am the band director at Henderson Middle School in Jackson, Georgia, and I've got a student that is doing some fantastic things, and a trombone student. He's got a disability, but he is fantastic. He's killing it. He's doing a great job, and we're excited to have him in the program.
So you said he has an incomplete upper limb?
Yes, ma'am. And so what he does is he actually plays the trombone slide positions with his left arm, and is able to do everything that he needs to.
Outstanding. So all we did was flip it around.
That's all we had to do.
All right, thank you, Tyler.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Kelly Moddinghead. I am the middle school chorus teacher at Bonner County Middle School. I have a special needs student. His name is Noah, and he loves hymns. So we gave him a hymn book, and he learns them and plays them by ear for the entire class. So my class learned how to sight read Amazing Grace while he played, and then he got to lead warm-ups for everybody, and now he wants to be a chorus teacher for the rest of his life because he loves getting to direct the students. He conducted our final song with us in our holiday concert, and we're just guiding and helping him learn how to work with other students and figure out his own teaching techniques in 8th grade. Outstanding.
Hi, my name is Juliette Brown, and I am the chorus teacher at Fagan Mill Middle School in Warner Robins, Georgia. And I have a story of a student who spent 3 years with me in choir at Fagan Mill, and he really at first was very shy and had a hard time. He has autism and a developmental delay, and but he would talk to me, and then finally in his last year he started doing karaoke in class and just really came out of his shell. And now it is so wonderful to see him in high school continuing on, and he wears his tuxedo and sings in the choir with the high school, and is just a really great success story.
All right, thank you, Julia.
Hello, my name is Matt Andrade. I'm the chorus director for Aaron Cone and Double Churches Middle School in Columbus, Georgia. My success story is I have several high-functioning special ed students who take chorus, and they look forward every day to chorus because of the high impact that I give each one of them, the love of singing, the love of their voice, and all the time they enjoy themselves so much that now they audition for vocal solos all the time, and it's such a beautiful thing to see them sing.
All right, thank you, Matt.
Hi, I'm Bradley Weaver, and I am the music teacher at David Perdue Elementary in Warner Robins. And my story is one that's something that I learned through trial and error, was that I always originally went into with my special needs students thinking that, you know, instruments were going to be too difficult for them, or I was going to need a lot of special instruments to allow them to participate with my other kids. And the thing that I've learned is that by physically touching the instruments and manipulating them, they actually succeed and they actually thrive on all of the instruments. Now, yes, I had some that used like modified instruments, but just the fact that, you know, they were some of my best recorder players, they were some of my best drummers. So it taught me really early on that, you know, don't discount my SPED students. Don't discount them at all, because they will thrive, and you won't even realize it until it's happening, and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Thank you, Brad.
My name is Eli Caldwell, and I teach at Lafayette Christian School in LaGrange, Georgia.
One of the most impactful for me as an educator moments of working with students with special needs is when I showed up to my job this school year. I had 2 unannounced nonverbal students join my elementary classroom, and that's a really, really intimidating moment. But through studying with Dr. HD and some of my other professors at Georgia College, it was a pretty seamless transaction. So what I ended up doing was removing some of my ORF instrument. I took my ORF instrument and removed some of the keys to where any note they played was the right note. And so that gave them the opportunity to really, really make real music. It wasn't a select group of instruments. They were playing the same instruments as any of my other students, so they could have the same opportunity to be musicians.
Thank you, Eli.
Hi, my name is JT Lanzanita. I'm a band director at Baker Middle School in Columbus, Georgia. But this story is about one of my private piano students. The director of our program approached me and asked if I would be okay teaching a student who with profound autism. He was nonverbal. And I didn't have a problem with that. His grandmother was in the lessons with me all of the time. It was a lot of very intense one-on-one, since he didn't speak, just making sure he could copy what I was doing with my hands, make sure I had to model everything, the posture, hand position, arm position, and playing. He was learning how to read the music, but I had to show him, like, point from the fingers to the notes on the paper and back. It felt very slow in the beginning, but eventually he caught on to reading on his own, which was a very proud moment for me as his teacher. Yeah.
All right, thank you, JT.
And this is my 30th year of teaching, but I had many great students through the years, but one that sticks out in my mind is back at about my 5th and 6th year of teaching. I had an autistic child that wanted to stay after school and get some extra help. And so every Thursday, and sometimes twice a week, I'd stay after school with this child, and by the end of the year, he could almost play the B-flat scale. It was trying at times, but one of the most rewarding things is whenever I moved, I unpacked a box, and there was a letter that I'd never had read, and I opened up that letter, and it was a letter from his mom. And the letter said essentially this. It said, when others said that this student couldn't, when the doctor said this student couldn't, you said he could. And that made all the difference to me, and it just warmed my heart. And so I try and treat every child like they're my own, and what would I want for my sons and daughters, and that's what we try and give. So love that story about that very special person that will always live right here in my heart. Ooh, another quick one. I had a student that had a hearing impairment with 10% hearing, and he did marching band all throughout high school. And whenever he was a senior in high school, he was featured on the front page of the paper, and he just talked about how much his band and his band family meant to him. And he was right there on the sideline playing that impact bass all throughout his time. And right now I'm serving a child that's visually impaired, but he has perfect pitch, and it's such a joy, and he's such a blessing, and you see the excitement. He cheerleads the class every day. We are blessed with people with great abilities all around us.
Thank you, Mr. Kilgore.